All right, welcome back to the kitchen sink. I'm Ty, and this is Cal.
What up?
And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the debacle of sports games lately, the anticipation of 2019 COD, last week's New Music Friday, specifically Post Malone's album, and our upcoming S.T.W project down the line, which is it's kind of giving back to people that we've always thought for. But on to our first subject, really, the debacle of sports games. Um,
Ooh, been
as
waiting for this
yeah, okay.
for
So for
years.
for context, me and Caleb are pretty big sports fans, and he's mostly plays MLB The Show or Madden, and for
I
me,
gave up on 2K.
yeah, I'm just usually always 2K,
Yeah.
and I've been playing 2K since 2K12, I
We've been
guess.
playing sports games since forever. That's
Yeah,
really
and year by year, it usually gets, lack of a better term, worse.
yeah.
And this year, for just, I don't know, it feels like every year they drop a game, and it feels like it's in beta mode.
Yep.
And there's so many glitches, and there's so many bugs. It's, uh, it, it makes no sense. You have a whole year and a half to play test, develop, and release this game. As if you're not working it on before you release the previous project.
Yep.
And for it to just be full of bugs, full of just microtransactions, basically, and I don't think that's ever gonna go away at this point.
It's like why am I putting $60 into so it's like if a game gets released and there's bugs from the start, like not game breaking bugs, but there's like with Man 20, if you played it they have these new Superstar X factors. There's certain ones that will make you fumble almost every time they hit you. They released a patch pretty early that fixed that. They added new Superstar X factors to people, and it's like that's good. But what's so annoying is like you'll be playing and you'll throw it up someone, and you'll do a certain catch. So he'll catch it, so he'll get the ball in his hands, but then a dude will come from behind and you get hit this animation. You drop it every single time, and it's so irritating. 'Cause every time you just drop it, it's like it doesn't even make sense how he's dropping the ball. And it's
Oh
just,
lord.
oh my god, infuriating.
As for the show
Animations,
wise, oh,
this with the show at first. So when the game first came out, so you can power swing and you can contact swing. Mind you, I haven't played the show in like 3 months,
yeah.
but this was back then. So, and the power swing was basically broken. You might as well just not do it. And it's like, all right. Well, I mean, you got used to not using it. Then the game just kind of, I mean, it's baseball. Right? It's a long game.
Hmm.
It's kind of got annoying to play 9 innings. You got people cheesing, of course. And that gets tiring. You just don't want to do it anymore. The solos, like if there's good solos, I could play it forever. Like think of the Man 20. I don't like how they're doing the solos to where it's you can pick your difficulty, you get rewards from that. You got to hit a certain amount of stars, you get a reward from that. I just don't like that. I have these 10, and I get that specific reward. And you can just like how they used to do it. And they changed it. I'm not the biggest fan. It's really cheesy on like all Madden. It's just not fun. The show, you'd have to hit like a home run with this guy. Well, it's almost impossible. I'm not gonna sit there for 3 hours trying to hit a home run with my pitcher. I'm not gonna do it.
Sheesh.
Especially when then be like, you might as well not power swing. And then I contact swing, I just keep hitting like doubles. Like, dude, I can't. Yeah, like man, MLB The Show. It's been ain't bad this year. I mean, I had fun, but I just kind of got burnt out on it. I'm I have no idea if people like it anymore. I really just said that. Waiting for next year.
As per usual for sports games.
Yeah.
Um, no, as oh god, this is probably honestly, as I go on for 2K wise, this is honestly probably the worst launch they could have had so far.
Really?
I've never seen such a. Okay, I don't care. We're not making money right now. I've never seen such a shit show for a launch.
World War II.
This is worse.
Oh my god, really?
10 times, 100 times worse than World War II launch.
That's incredible that it's actually that bad.
Before me and my friend Eric didn't even get to play the game yet. I
Oh,
already
I
told
seen you post about that.
Yeah, I already told him at like 5 o'clock of launch day. I guarantee you, as soon as 12 o'clock hits, it's going to be a shit show.
It's hilarious.
And as soon as 12 o'clock hit, servers went flat. Nothing.
I don't.
They went
Okay,
down for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, let's say there's too many people. Like, too many people playing, right? Let's just say that happened.
But that's
Like,
still that
I
makes
know.
no
Hold
sense.
on. I know. Same thing with the World War II. It's like, how do you not prepare for this? How is this still happening in 2019? How? How are
It's
you not
despicable.
prepared? Like, you should
It's
have it. Like,
laughable.
but then there'll be no problems with the beta. So when the betas come around, you can play and it's fine. And then the game comes out and you can't play it. That's incredible to me that it is still happening to this day. It's happening a lot with betas or with game releases that there's going to be big problems. You can't even play. Like, just let me play the game. If you have some stupid issue, like you said with Gears, you can't earn XP, at least let me play.
Yeah.
That's
only the start. I
Did not
have
know that.
13 things listed of what has been the issues so far with this year's game. Okay, so first, I'm going to start from bottom to top. Or
Yeah.
go from bottom to top. The badge and overall grind is even worse than last year.
Yeah, that was yeah.
This year, you don't get to really decide. You don't get the freedom of choice of what badge you're trying to go for. You just have finishing, playmaking, defending, and shooting.
Yep.
And those badges take forever to grind. You don't get 2 badges after you hit the full bar. You only get 1, and then you have to start the grind over and over and over and over again. And to get your attribute boosts, that also takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will give credit, it's not as bad as last year because the meta for last year was Road to 99.
Yeah.
And this year it's kind of go ahead and play the game.
Yeah.
But to play the game, you need badges. You can't hit nothing in this game unless it's a green.
Really?
It's pretty bad.
That's kind of why I stopped playing my career, dude. Because I'd be like a 3-point shooter. I'm like doing wide open threes. This was just by myself, and I'm just missing. I'm like, I'm done. This is just stupid.
Yeah, there's people. Ooh, okay. That brings me on to another subject for my career-wise. You can be 3 of 8 from the field, and you will get double teamed.
So this is just playing against a computer, right?
This is just playing against the computer so far. You also can't skip the prelude. You have to play through the entirety.
The cutscenes they were too long. There's I understand like people want cutscenes and it plays a good story, but at least give me a story. I don't need to see me having this useless conversation with this person. That's gonna lead to nothing.
And the story for this year was kind of more than an athlete.
Yeah.
And I get that and all. I didn't mind it, but pretty much the ending of the prelude, or basically the My Career story, was just you talking to LeBron on a jet.
Really?
And it pans to black, throws up the credits.
You think they're gonna have like 2K21's gonna be continuation?
I highly doubt that.
I mean, that'd be cool, but yeah.
We're just getting on the subject of My Career. We haven't even gotten to online yet. It's the shooting is like I said, the shooting is still abysmal. The shooting's even worse than last year.
Dude, it's been bad for a while.
Like, I made a center this year compared to a shooting guard for the past 7 years that I usually start off with.
Mm-hmm.
And I have him with a 73-pointer. Yeah, it's a reasonable 3-pointer. I've greened at like less than 20 shots with him online. And you don't see sharpshooters greening that much. It seems like standstill shots are harder to green than moving fadeaways or pull-up shots.
With sports games, man, it's just like the logic has gone out the window.
Hmm.
It's just, which it blows my mind because I know they're some of the most profitable ones. I know 2K makes a lot of money. I know Madden makes a lot of money. The show probably makes a lot of money. It's only on PS4, and it's just like they're getting lazy every year. Like, all right, we're gonna do
Every
this, this, and
single
this.
time.
We're gonna have this problem, but people are still gonna play. They're still gonna put money into this game. I mean, I've bought stuff in Madden. I bought stuff in the show. I'm guilty of it. But it's like that's no excuse to make your game bad.
Hmm.
Like if you put out a better game that necessarily doesn't force microtransactions, you are still gonna make more money because people are gonna be playing the game more. They're gonna want to buy more because the game's more fun to play.
It's it's not fun at the moment right now.
And it's because all you want to do is play like 2K or play Madden. It's like there's no
You
reason
can't.
to play. There's no reason.
And
Yeah,
even
and you
then,
can.
if you want to play online with your friends for like the neighborhood slash park, you can only get to a certain level of your reputation bar, like to a Pro 2 or Pro 3, and then it
Mhm.
gets stuck for no reason.
Now, is the park the exact same?
It's literally almost the identical version of it.
So have they?
They just added a couple alleyways, reskinned their pro-am building.
So have
Um,
any of this stuff changed from the last like 4 years, or is it like basically the exact same since they first like implemented it?
um, the neighborhood released in 20 or 2K18, and
Yeah.
then they flipped it in 2K19. But the base neighborhood from 2K19 is the same exact thing from
Wow.
2K20, and I'm everybody has been blaming Ronnie 2K for saying when we seen the first reveal trailer or the second or the my career trailer, and we seen the neighborhood in the background of the trailer, and everybody
Hmm.
was commenting in the stream, and Ronnie 2K had said, "You guys are quick to assume that that's the same exact neighborhood, but it's not. You can think whatever you want, but it's not.
But it is.
It is."
What do you expect, dude?
The only thing that is going to be changing for the neighborhood this year is going to be the themed parks. As for like a Ruffles challenge or a Reese's challenge,
Gotta get that sponsorship.
winter or Halloween or Christmas,
It's
it's
kind of like a Call of Duty World War II's
yeah,
headquarters thing where they
yeah,
have it.
it's kind of like that.
I think
And
that's something.
it they just blatantly lied about it. And honestly, most of the people I've talked to that play 2K don't really care about the themed parks. They just wanted a different park.
Yeah.
Just different scenery, not the same old thing over and over again. And some courts that you play on, you could barely see what you're doing because the courts are so bright. And then when you get done with the game, it takes like half a minute to load out of it. Instead of
Wow.
seamlessly, with the flick of a snap, you're done with the game.
Yeah.
It takes almost a minute to get out of it.
2K, I don't like them anymore. Like the WWE 2K games, just they make me sad every year they release. That's a whole nother video.
Oh god.
The 2K, like I love basketball, and I used to love, bro. That's where Khalid Abdul-Jabbar started. Was in NBA 2K.
Hmm.
He came from there, played on the Heat, debuted. You know, and now he's already retired because he was sick of the BS.
Oh god. It's and this is just the tip of the iceberg right now.
Yeah, bro, you could say this for a whole video.
I really can, but at that point, I don't even know if it's gonna go out by the way we just upload.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna graze over some stuff, I guess, to make this quicker than.
Yeah, give the bullet points.
Um, there's a blank name glitch in my career that you can't rename your player. Like you start off with my career, and you
Mhm.
don't have a name, just blank, and you have your number. That's it, and you'll just
That's
be called
dumb.
Che, which is the automated
I
voice or
hate.
the automated name that 2K gives you.
Yeah, like what was last year's DJ
No, that was
or the
18.
year?
It's AI, I think. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
something stupid.
Something
Bro, I
dumb.
don't want to be called this, man. Like
Nobody does. Nobody cares about the story anymore. We thought it was
No.
cool for like the first 2, 3 games, and now it's just kind of getting old.
All right, let me get through this so I can actually just play.
Um, the dribbling is not nearly as good as last year. It feels like it's NBA Live dribbling. I used to be an advocate for NBA Live. I
Huh?
was really like hoping for them to be the underdog, but just flat out blank, the game sucks. It's
Uh,
sluggish. The players feel stiff. And for
did
2K20, the gameplay is stiff, or I wouldn't say stiff, but it plays slow. It plays sluggish.
mm,
It's not good. The stamina got nerfed way too hard this year. You could do 2, 3 dribbles, and then you feel like you're the lady out of Popeyes just sitting on the on the on
on
the
the best.
bench.
That's funny.
It's it's not good. And there's massive blow-bys, which are from 2K18, which everybody hated and said they wanted out, but they give us blow-bys again.
Mm,
And then we get to the three major key points about this so far. Was that Rennie 2K was just telling us that it was going to be so different. It was going to be revolutionary. It's something so complex you couldn't understand.
mm,
Um, we were asking, out of the 2K20 demo that came out,
yeah,
you're able to customize your player better than last year. I will say that, but
that's good.
it feels like there's pie charts that show your stats from shooting, finishing, playmaking, and defending. So you would think there's probably around maybe 15, maybe 10 to 15 pie charts right now, or at the demo time being.
Mm,
And everybody was saying more pie charts, custom pie charts out the demo. And Ronnie2K said there was going to be custom pie charts and more added pie charts. And as soon as launch hit, it's the same exact thing.
mm,
Um, that was everybody was mad about that. It just seems like the demo was half-assed at one point. Um, Ronnie2K also, I already said this, but he lied about it being the same neighborhood, or about it not being the same neighborhood.
mm,
And then, last but not least, which honestly infuriated me, probably the second most, besides the servers being garbage and the loading times, was the... Okay, so Ronnie had said that there was a thing called respecking, to which
yeah.
you could reset your player, but you still have your attributes like allotted, and you can recustomize your player without spending so much VC. So it's kind of like, if you don't like this build, you can change it up without spending more money.
Yeah. Good idea.
And
In theory, I guess.
yeah, in theory, it sounded like a great idea, and I was happy for that. Everybody was. So we don't have to spend $300 for my players.
Yeah.
And as soon as launch hits, we figure out there's no respecking. And even then, in Twitch chats, Mike Beluba or Mike Wing, who was the gameplay director,
Yeah.
had said in Twitch chats, "There's no such thing as respecking. I don't know where that came from."
Really?
Yes,
Wow, that's incredible.
and everybody knows damn well he knows where it came from. It's probably another idea that they had there and got scrapped at launch.
That's funny.
This was, and it's still going on. Thankfully, there was a patch that just dropped that supposedly sped up the park or the neighborhood and fixed loading times. But this was just the launch for the first 3-4 days of 2K20. This is by far the worst launch I've ever been a part of. This
Yeah.
is top tier with worst launches with Battlefield 4.
I don't play Battlefield.
But that was a complete debacle back in, what, 2014, 2015?
It's a while ago.
To where all the servers would not work and you couldn't do anything about it. The first 2 days that the servers were complete, like, done. Fried.
No.
And nobody could play the game. and that game turned out to be one of the best games or the best Battlefield ever, apparently. But I didn't get to play it really because I dropped it after that.
Mm.
And I mean, hopefully this game turns out to be good. But right now, I'm only having fun playing the Rec Center. It's not the Jordan Rec Center anymore. It's just called the Rec,
Mm.
and it's pretty much the same exact thing, just added with crowds, different jerseys, different court. Woo. Um, give them credit. It's better than last year, but
Mm-hmm.
this year for 2K wise has been. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Just the flat out worst yet. This is worse than 2K18 right now. And 2K18 is consensus the worst 2K of all time.
Wait, 2K19 was?
2K18.
2K18.
And that
Man,
that
I
was
really
that
don't
was with the
remember.
park being gray and dim and just looked like the Pressville,
Yeah.
and it would take you forever to get to the park. And then there would be so many glitches behind that, and the grind was dumb. And this is just
Oh, 2K.
not heading in the right direction, but hopefully with patches coming out, it turns into something actually solid. Maybe they up the shooting. Maybe they fix something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this turns into an actually really good 2K.
That'd be nice. I might think about getting it then.
And there ends my rant
For now.
for now.
This is chapter 1.
Yeah, this is just abomination. It's watching a dumpster fire get lit with even more gasoline. But
Yeah.
there ends that, and onto the brighter side, we're just waiting for 2019 COD or Modern
Oh
Warfare.
my god, dude, this week it's been so hard. I literally went to GameStop. I pre-ordered it yesterday. I'm just gonna buy it on the PS4, but like I'm just gonna spend the $5 now.
Yeah,
I still don't know what edition I'm gonna buy. But dude, I just want to play it so bad.
yeah.
I want to know what respawns like. Hopefully the 2v2 is still there. So it's still
For
kind of like.
for beta wise, I don't know.
I mean, why not? I mean,
'Cause I think it's just gonna be
I know it's just some
like
respawn.
TDM domination, capture the flag or hard point and that stuff. I think that's what's gonna be for the beta.
Yeah.
So at the
I
time
mean,
of recording,
I
it's
probably still
Monday.
won't play the 2v2s unless I'm with somebody if it's there.
Yeah,
But no, I'm very excited. More excited than I was for. Yeah, I was pretty excited for Black Ops 4. World War 2, I don't remember
mm,
how I was for the beta. But
no,
this year,
I think we found it really fun for World
yeah.
War II. We were pretty hyped because it was boots on the ground for the
Yeah.
first time in forever.
I mean, I've liked all the CODs I've released it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can find joy in these things. But there's nothing good out right now.
Yeah, that's
Like I've been playing The Last of Us a little bit, but even then, the game's been out since 2013. It's no good.
which
Like
is crazy.
they've been playing Blackout, and I mean, I like Blackout, but the way people play just frustrates me.
Yep.
And all the game I've been playing are just getting me like just frustrating me because all I want to do is play the beta. That's all I'm trying to get to. I'm just trying to get to the beta, and
Yeah.
it's so hard because if you follow me on Twitch, you know I've been streaming a lot. I've been playing freaking Minecraft, which it's been great. Let me tell you, it's been great. I don't want to play Minecraft, man.
You just want to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I just want to
But
play the beta.
yeah, at the time of recording is the Monday of the 3-4 days before the beta is released.
I think
So
4 days.
yeah, I think it might be no, because I think it comes out Thursday.
Thursday and 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, so right now at the time of recording on the 9th of September, we're just waiting for the beta to come out and so we can actually have something to play and have fun with. Because
Yeah,
right now games are in no condition to play that we are anticipated for.
we're in that like summer to fall transition where movies are kind of sucking, games are kind of sucking, TV shows are not out yet. We're in
Yeah.
the transition period of the year.
Which is horrible.
Yeah, it's so boring.
But it's on to backtrack a little something. It's
Hmm.
as for like anticipation for or it being like a very slow month so far. With like, I mean, hey, 2K dropped. That was abysmal. And I was like, okay, you know what? Gears. Let's run with that.
I don't play
And
Gears.
you,
So.
yeah, I know you never used to play. You never played Gears in general. I don't think really.
I play. Well, I never played like multiplayer. But I played a few campaigns, like
Oh yeah,
Gears
the
2,
campaigns
Gears
have always
3.
been good.
But no, I've never indulged in the multiplayer. I've always thought about it, but I've just never pulled the trigger.
Yeah, it's a very rage-inducing game, but it's also fun and rewarding at the same time.
Yeah.
But this year I played the beta and I thought this was gonna be great, and it seemed like it was. And then launch hits, everything seems fine. You're playing the game, whatever. And as soon as the multiplayer hits, or multiplayer game is done, you can't earn XP from it. You can't grind. What's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the standard release has came out yet, but the Ultimate Edition has released.
Doesn't it come out tomorrow?
I couldn't tell you, maybe.
I'll look it up.
But for it to be, for both games that I was looking forward to playing, just having not exactly the best launch they could have is not exactly fun.
I think September
Ugh.
6th. I think it's already out.
Yeah, I think that was the,
And Google said that was the initial release.
and I don't know, for some reason I had it pre-ordered off the
September
Game Pass. Oh, so yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, the general release will be tomorrow, September 10th, and hopefully they'll release a, I guess, day one patch.
Probably they should.
Hopefully,
Makes sense.
and that game will turn out to be good, and that'll be my game to play until Modern Warfare comes out.
Yeah.
But hopefully 2019 COD is going to be good. Hopefully the beta is going to be great. We'll probably give our thoughts and opinions on it down probably next week or so. Look forward to that. Oh yeah, last week's New Music Friday.
Posty baby.
Yeah, Post Malone did drop a new album, Hollywood's Bleeding, and I've been wanting to ask you questions on it, but every time I've been realizing, oh, I gotta wait for the podcast.
And some background on me and Post Malone. I've been jamming Post Malone since what,
I
2014?
thought I put you hip to him.
I mean, you might have, but then I hit it hard.
Oh yeah, because I showed you the August 26th mixtape, and then
Dude, that's probably like really influential with me in music.
yeah.
Like genuinely. I mean, I was banging Stony for like 2 years. I swear to God,
I honestly hated Stony for the longest because it was so single filled.
dude, I think I probably listened to Stony longer than almost anybody.
Probably.
But I mean, Beer Bongs and Belly is really good.
I love
But-
Beer Bongs and
But
Melons.
Hollywood's Bleeding sounds like
It's
August
a different
26th, and it reminds you of like his earlier stuff.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's a total different vibe. Okay, I gotta ask you, what's your favorite song off the album?
Ooh, let me look. That's tough, dude. The fact that he has Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott on one song,
And it's great.
It's so, bro. It's all so good.
It's so great. It's
No,
so
so when
good.
I didn't look at who's on it. I just started listening to it, and once I heard Ozzy Osbourne, I'm not the biggest. I can't really name you one song. I know who he is, and I heard him. I'm like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. So I think the Take What You Want might be my favorite song.
I was gonna say that was my favorite song too.
But it's so good.
I mean, for reference wise, my dad listened to heavy metal and heavy rock.
He listens.
Whatever. Fuck off.
On the TV while we're trying to move.
But okay. But for him or for me wise, I was forcefully listening to heavy metal and rock and roll. So I knew a lot about like Black Sabbath,
See, but
Pantera.
I like Black Sabbath and stuff. I like them.
Well, Black Sabbath has Ozzy in it, but okay.
Yeah, I guess.
But I've known a lot of Ozzy songs for God since I was. Apparently the story is while they were taking, or while my dad was taking my mom to the hospital to have me, Ozzy Osbourne's song called "Crazy Train" was on, and I was kicking her stomach. So probably me telling her to turn it the fuck off,
Yeah.
but you know, either
That's
way,
fine.
I,
That's
I,
fine.
I've known a lot of heavy metal rock stuff back in my childhood, at least, and that was kind of forcefully fed. So that's probably why I don't listen to it that often.
Yeah. It's
But
just.
as soon as I
Yeah.
heard that track play, I'm like, that's the song Ozzy's on. I knew
Yeah.
immediately by the way the guitar strings were fucking going.
Dude, it's good,
I knew
dude. There's not.
immediately it sounded like a Black Sabbath track.
I don't remember what song it was. There's one to where I'm like, all right, I'm like,
You gonna skip?
ain't my favorite. I think it might have
It
been.
was definitely the Future and Halsey one, probably.
Really, I like Halsey though.
I don't mind Halsey, but I just,
Yeah, it might. It's either that one or On the Road. I like Meek Mill, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
I like the
I gotta
Meek
listen
Mill
to
Lil
it
Baby
and
track.
like actually look at like the title of the song. So
Yeah.
I was like at work, I just turned it on. I was like just jamming. But no, it's all really good.
What's
It's
your
really it's
okay? So wait, what's
ooh,
your second favorite song?
second favorite. I don't even know.
Honestly, I probably either gotta go with. I mean, I've heard Sunflower so many times, so I can't
Yeah,
really say that.
I don't even count like
Yeah,
Sunflower on it.
but honestly, even though I've heard it on the radio a good amount of times lately, I have to say probably Circles.
Circles is really good too.
Yeah, it's either Circles, Internet,
Mm-hmm.
or I think Enemies. That or Hollywood's Bleeding, because
Oh,
the first
yeah.
song is so good to start off the album.
Dude, when I heard Hollywood's Bleeding, that might be my second dream. I'm like, yep, here we go. And as a true Post fan, I'm like, this makes me happy.
Yeah,
This makes me happy. See, I like when Post Malone like kind
changes
of
it
like
up.
sings. I like when he sings more.
Well,
'Cause I
he
think when
did
he
that
sings,
last
he
year.
I know, but I just feel no. Beer Bongs and Melody is really good, but I feel that's just kind. Of, I got too hyped for me. The way people are like, all right, this is. I'm gonna take a back seat. This one just feels like he's kind of got that raspy singing voice.
Hmm
I love it. I think it's amazing.
People were
I'm
saying
just
he has a very provocative or bravo voice to it.
bravo. But
It's
plus, his singing is underrated. Like he
oh
can rap,
yeah,
but his singing is underrated.
he should
He's
do
generally
more
got a
singing
good.
honestly rather than rapping. But I mean, he's more of a pop rap type of guy.
Yeah, that's kind of why I just felt the Beer Bongs and Bentley was more like pop. Which it's okay, you know. Get secure the bag is what he did with that album.
Yeah.
Like bro,
Before every
broken
single song off that album got blasted on our local station 95.5,
Yeah, Jesus
I
Christ.
actually loved the album.
Yeah,
But
no, but
now, just listening back, I'm like, okay, I've already heard this 72 times.
mhm.
But it's, I don't
But
know.
good songs like him singing, bro, like Broken Whiskey Glass, like
Oh,
I Fall Apart,
yeah.
Go Flex, bro. Those are incredible.
hmm
Feeling Whitney, then Hollywood's Bleeding is just it's really
So good.
good. If you like rap, you'll probably like it, kinda. I mean, if you like Post Malone, you're gonna like it.
Yeah, it's more along the lines if you like Post Malone slash his type of like singing pop rap type stuff. This is kind of him in his early stages.
It's a really good
What
vibey
it feels
album.
like. Yeah, it's a good vibe album. Uh, honestly, you said this was better than Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
I mean, the probably the general consensus is that it's not. I'm just kind of predicting,
Mm,
but like for me, it's better. I'm probably gonna listen to this album for the rest of the year.
yeah, I'm probably gonna
Easy.
give this a couple more listens, and then I might probably agree with you because there's a
Yeah.
lot of good songs off this before every single track hits the
I think
radio.
a really good album sets aside when like I could like you don't pay like so when the song changes, it doesn't really like click in your brain. It just goes.
Yeah,
It's like when
it's
you're watching a
smooth
really good TV
transitions
show.
into the
It just
song.
feels like a movie.
You know.
Like this, it just feels like it's just one steady, just nice big track.
hmm
I really
it's
like it.
very smooth transitions into all the songs.
Like all the songs, I mean, I haven't listened to it in probably like a day or two. It's like
Really.
they're all kind of similar. They all kind of sound the same. So you're not go from like something like really high pitchy to something low and chill and something kind of medium. It's all just kind of plays around the same vibe.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
it's
some
really good.
people would probably say that like it all sounding the same is not a good thing. But I
Yeah.
mean, as for like Post Malone terms, it does sound good.
But it's not even like it's like repeating each other. I just think
Yeah,
it's like,
it's not like a knock on him just saying the same exact thing.
yeah. So I mean, good. Go give it a listen. Let us know how you feel about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, for me wise, I also listen to or I know you probably don't even know them, but Earth Gang.
No.
No, they're off of Dreamville, the record label that
Yeah.
J. Cole owns,
Yeah.
and honestly, that felt pretty good.
Hmm.
Just a quick tab on that. Probably favorite song was "Proud of You" with Young Thug on it, but
Yeah.
it's an overall solid project. Go ahead, give it a listen if you're listening to the podcast wise.
What are they called? Earth Gang?
Yeah, Earth Gang. Or well, that's their name. The album is called Mirrorland,
I just looked them up.
but
I just looked them up on my Spotify, so I will give them a listen when
yeah,
we get the chance.
it's more of just like vibing, like classic,
Yeah.
or I won't
I've
say
been needing
classic
some
hip
new
hop, but
music to listen to. I've been literally like jammed the John Bellion for the last year, so.
oh yeah, ever
And I'm
since you
okay with it.
bought
So,
the tickets, you've been insane
there,
with John Bellion lately.
dude,
But
when you know how Spotify will have your end of the year statistics,
yeah,
I want to know. I know it doesn't show you how much you listen to one specific artist, like, but I wish I could see because
yeah.
oh my god, compared to the next, oh my god.
I've had a pretty different one lately because I've been listening to a lot of like early or well late '90s, early 2000s hip hop rap because I'm
Yeah.
just kind of sick of half the new releases and
That's
it's
why I
just
just went back to
singles.
John Bellion because
Yeah,
John freaking Bellion.
but anyways, that comes us to concluding with our kind of end of podcast announcement. Really, I mean we talked about this Saturday wise. Uh,
Yeah.
this is or well down the line when we start really like getting traction and crossing fingers we actually do, and this isn't in the vaults for 3,000 years. Um, and we're gonna be down the line, like I said, like, once we get traction and popularity, or I wouldn't say popularity, but like just
We get people.
bigger following, I would say,
Yeah.
and we start getting, I wouldn't
It
say,
doesn't have to be that big.
yeah, not
Once we
that
start
big,
seeing something, we're gonna start this.
yeah. Um, but me and Caleb have both realized that we're both like very big advocates for trying to
Here, do you want
save
me?
the
Here,
earth.
do you want me to give a background about it?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So basically, me and Tyler are really big fans of like charity streams, and I've been talking about Batman charity stream for years, literally years.
Yeah,
And something kind of it'll resemble like the race, and if you guys know what that is.
definitely.
But we love gaming, we love charity. You know, we love to help people. We love that aspect.
Hmm.
And I think we got kind of lost when we started Free World. If you guys seen there's videos every week, and I think we kind of got lost on the way, like a passion. So like Free World's our passion, but we kind of ran to a wall. It's like,
Yeah.
well, we didn't know where we wanted to take Free World. I mean, now, if you want to go into it now, we
Okay.
found
Yeah.
the purpose.
We've now found our actual like purpose with this channel, essentially. Um, so down the line, we're going to be doing charity streams, and I don't know how long the streams. Maybe a
The,
24-hour one.
I
I
mean, that'll
couldn't tell
definitely be
you.
a thing. Once we are able to,
Once
okay,
we're able to
if,
do it.
yeah, if we can do this full time,
Yeah, once we
watch
start
out.
doing
It's gonna hit.
once we get to like a full-time schedule with this, we're definitely going to start this off. So, like I was saying, um, once we're able to do like a full schedule setting and we have the full traction to this, uh, we're going to be starting the S.T.W. or Save the World project, and this is going to be charity streams filled with just us gaming that, or we'll probably have some challenges in it down the line. If we get to a certain donation amount,
Yeah,
we can do just whatever bozo stuff that we usually do, just at a higher level.
yeah,
And this is going to be all proceeds are probably going to be going towards some type of save the ocean or ocean cleanup or plastics around the ocean or
dude, we're just gonna try and
planting
save this
trees.
environment.
Honestly, because at this point the Earth is not at its best condition, and
And this isn't even,
deforestation and
yeah.
wildfires or at an
This isn't even
all-time
us
high.
trying to be like, oh, you should do this, do this, do this. This is
No.
just something for us that we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to raise money for it. We're going to. I mean, if you don't care, I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
I guess because a lot of people don't care,
Yeah.
obviously, but
This is
we want
what
to raise
yeah.
awareness.
This is what we
What's
feel
going
like is
on?
needed.
Yeah, like the Fed's just gone. And I love that people are doing charity work for this other stuff, and I don't want to like kind of throw any charities under the bus 'cause that's not what I want to do. But I just think when people do charity work or they do these charity streams, they ignore like these charities that can
Yeah.
save the ocean, rebuild forests, or just replant these forests. And I'm just, and yes, save the kids,
Yeah.
please do that. The St. Jude is probably
For
the
the
greatest charity.
kids.
Like the St. Jude charity,
Yeah.
I have a personal connection to that one. It's probably the best one in the
Yeah.
world right now. And yeah, keep donating to that. All the troop stuff is amazing. I'm not trying to say don't do that.
No.
I just think people they don't do anything with the Earth
The
stuff.
Earth, as in for like perspective-wise, it's like you're doing all these charities for people, and God bless you for doing that.
Yeah,
But
amazing.
in essential, these people are going to be living on this planet, and if we don't take care of this planet, nobody lives.
It's just gonna become a big rock.
Exactly. It's going to be filled with CO2 and all these gases, and it's just going to be. There's going to be so many fires and just global warming and whatnot. Whatever you have a take on that, or whatever the case may be. We just feel like this is going to be something that me and him both have wanted to do for a while, as in terms of just like charity work and doing what we love, essentially.
Yeah. See what blows my mind, like I think the world leaders, forget who, they got 20 million together, like for the Amazon.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
20 million?
Yeah. For the
No, bro,
Amazon.
no,
I thought you were
they got
talking
like
about Notre
no,
Dame.
they got like $1 billion for that.
That's what I thought.
But no, they got like 20 million for the Amazon. Like, I think someone might have been Hutch or Pamaj. I have no idea, but they were like, we could easily get more than that.
Yeah.
And the whole esports thing, and it's just like 20 million. Say the it blows my mind that
And honestly,
these
the
issues
fires are
of
still
how.
probably going on.
Yeah, I mean, wildfires are a little different, I guess,
Yeah.
but it's like the oceans, man. How are we letting this go? How has this gone on for so long? There are people trying.
Yeah.
But
And
you
God
just
bless them for
know,
doing that.
it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
We want to raise awareness to it. We want free worlds to be.
More of an all-around thing and giving back to people and just helping people in general.
Yeah, save the world.
Yeah. So that'll be our S.T.W. project. That'll probably come around and like, I don't want to really give the time frame because I don't know how long this is going to come into fruition. But I'll probably say probably around beginning or mid 2020, if that's a reasonable time frame.
I mean, this is a passion project for us, and we want to make this our job. We want to make this our living, saving people, not saving people, but helping people, saving the earth, playing video games. So I mean, we're gonna work hard. We finally found our meeting. We're gonna hit it hard.
Yeah, and hopefully everything works out in due time.
Yep.
But with that being said, that concludes our episode of the kitchen sink. Actually, hold up. I forgot to mention that we actually changed this up.
A little bit of rebranding, guys.
Yeah. We kind of realized that doing one subject for a podcast is pretty, like, terrible.
At least for me and you.
Yeah.
Me and you are definitely. Me and you, we love having like when we were talking about like saving the earth stuff. I love those conversations. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
I love talking to people and having conversations. That
actually have a purpose.
Yeah, setting just like writing a piece of paper and writing these 3 points and trying to stick on point.
Yeah.
I just boring. I don't want to do that.
Because we always go off track and then we find something else to talk about, and that becomes a subplot into what's supposed to be one certain thing in one podcast.
That's just not who
you and I are. Because we go off tangent on so many things. And
yeah, dude. Ooh, bro, I wish there was a way we can go and like listen to our GBs, just like stupid conversations we have in them.
Oh, good.
And nothing to do about Call of Duty.
Nothing, straight nothing. But with that being said, we're renaming the podcast, formerly from Freecast, as much as we like the name and it goes with our channel name. But we're just gonna call this the Kitchen Sink because we're throwing everything at you.
Yeah. I mean, we
And
could do like a free cash kitchen sink. I mean,
yeah,
we
and
just literally thought about this
and
5 minutes before we
yeah,
hit record.
this is shooting whatever.
Yeah.
It's This is just off the top of the dome. So
Mhm.
as of right now, we're going to be calling this the kitchen sink, and this
Yeah.
will be the second volume to it. I
Yeah.
would say. But stay tuned for more episodes of the kitchen sink down the line. Maybe we'll get something else down or uploaded eventually. Not
Mm-hmm.
as in podcast terms, but hopefully we'll find something, gameplay wise or whatever the case may be.
You're.
But with that being said, we conclude our second volume to the kitchen sink.
Oh.
If you like what you heard, let us know down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. Follow us on our social medias. That'll be down in the description box. With that being said, I'm Ty and this is Cal.
See you guys.
Deuces.